Here we go, video number 2. We're gonna dive inside and check out the inside on this TRD Sport Sequoia 2024. Go inside and check out the interior. Look at all the great features. Hey, if you didn't catch the exterior overview, watch for a link at the end of this video where I cover all the exterior features. But in this video, we're gonna jump inside. So before we grab a seat, let's take a look at the door panel, all black and gray, padded armrest, little bit of gray contrast paint here, and then the door handle's the same way, kind of that charcoal gray finish. One touch up and down on all 4 windows, power door locks here, and power mirrors. And then this switch right here, that controls those outside mirrors. So you can set those up to automatically fold in and out depending on whether you've got the vehicle in park or not. Strongly recommend that if you do any off-road driving for sure. A little storage compartment down here, more of that charcoal gray finish, bottle holders down here, and a speaker in the door as well. As far as your seats go, full power driver's seat with a recliner, power lumbar support, in and out, not the up and down, just the in and out. Leather, perforated, heated, ventilated seats, both sides. Very comfortable seat, sport bucket seat with a height adjustable headrest as well as a height adjustable seat belt. Keep that seat belt right in the right place. Now the driver airbag, the side impact airbag, is actually right here in the seat. So as you move the seat forward, that airbag's always in the best position for optimum safety. Over on the dashboard here, we've got, first of all, a passenger assist grip here on all 4 doors, so it makes it easy to grab a hold and get up in there, especially if you're little ones or if you've got seniors or if you're just a shorty like me. 4 vents across the front, up, down, left, and right. There's 2 of them here in the center and then 1 over there on the passenger side. Now take a look down here on the dashboard. We've got our rear door light on, our cargo light on and off. Automatic high beam switch is right there. Fuel door release, dimmer switch for your dash lights, odometer, and trip reset. Backup sensor for your backup parking. You want to turn that off when you're backing up to a trailer to do some towing. Shut that off. And then we've got the headlight control. Now, not automatic, but you can actually realign these headlights. So when you put a trailer on the back of here, it tends to push down the back of the vehicle and raise up the hood or the headlights. And so what that switch does is it allows you to realign those headlights so they shine straight down the road. Down here you'll notice we have the aluminum brake and accelerator pedal and a footrest there, and then there's a hood release here as well. So a lot of different switches right there. Now on the TRD Sport, we do have a tilt telescoping steering wheel. It's not power up and down. It does have the manual adjustment right there. So let's go ahead and grab a seat now. So behind the wheel on the Sequoia, there is a lot of room up front, and of course, quite a bit of room in the back seat. We'll dive back there shortly. Hey, just one correction. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that the seats are leather. Not on the TRD Sport. This is a Soft-Tech fabric seat, so very similar to leather, but not leather. Still heated, still ventilated, as I mentioned earlier before. Oops, another mistake, sorry. Not ventilated, only heated. There are so many different features available on Sequoias, whether it's a Sport, TRD Pro, Limited, Capstone. I mean, it just goes on and on, so forgive my mistakes, if you will, please. So on the steering wheel, this is a leather-wrapped steering wheel. It is heated, and that's part of an upgrade package on this one as well. Of course, the driver's side airbag, fingertip controls for your cruise control, dynamic radar cruise control, lane tracing assist, and then some controls right here for your sound system. Over on this side, we've got our Bluetooth connectivity for our smartphone with voice activation, and then some controls right here for your information center, which is going to be found up in the gauge cluster. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Over on this side of the steering wheel, we have our wiper controls, including rear, washer, wiper, intermittent settings for both front and rear. Over on this side, we've got our headlight controls. So we do have auto on and off. We do have automatic high beams, and then we have the fog lights right here. So that's all controlled on this switch right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that gauge cluster. It's really pretty cool. I've got it lit up right now. Let me go ahead and turn it off. I shut down some lights so you can see it better. All right, so we'll go ahead and start it up. In order to start it, gotta have your foot on the brake. This has the TRD Sport package, so it's got the red push button start, and you gotta put your foot on the brake. Make sure your keys are on your person or in your purse. Hold the brake down, hold the button in, and away you go. Really cool animations on these. I believe there's 4 different animations for national parks, and it kind of rotates through all 4. So this is a full digital instrument cluster, no mechanical gauges and needles. So you got your tach, your temperature, your fuel pressure, your battery meter is all here, fuel gauge here, outside or engine temperature here, and then this has the iForce Max engine, so we also have our turbo pressure sensors right there, our PSI for our turbo. There's also some controls right here which are going to allow you to toggle through a variety of information found right on the left hand side, and you can customize this vehicle quite a bit. I mean, you can really customize it for the safety settings primarily, if you want those on and off depending on your own preferences, and of course there's a fuel computer there as well. So a lot of different features in there. I encourage you to stop by the dealership and take a thorough look at that. But really cool gauge cluster, especially at night. It lights up like a Christmas tree. Moving over to the center console and your multimedia center. Before I get there, I want to point out something I often forget when I talk about those. There's a storage cubby up here with a 12-volt outlet. Great place to plug in a radar detector, or a GoPro can be connected right there, and then you can throw your glasses up there. I will probably forget them and have to come back later to get them. That's my modus operandum. So this is a 14-inch touchscreen system, all designed and developed by Toyota now. Very responsive to your touch. I'm not going to be able to show you all the goodies on this, but I do want to show you kind of your sound settings. If I go over to enable audio, I've got AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa. Of course, you have an app suite, so if you want to load up your Pandora, you can do that as well. Really great system. It does have 4G Connect for your phone, and you can actually program up to 2 phones to work in there. And then if I go ahead and switch it into reverse, you'll see that backup camera. Really great with the overhead view. It's using the outside cameras to project that overhead view, and then you have different perspectives. So if you're going to be doing some towing, you can definitely set this up to your own preference. So again, stop by the dealership, take a look at it, dig in, and you'll learn a ton about it. The folks here at Smart Toyota, the sales team, they know a lot about this technology. Now let's dive down and take a look at the heating and air conditioning system. So we've got, I mentioned, heated seats here, three temperatures for front driver and front passengers. Again, this one does not have ventilated seats. I made the mistake of saying that earlier. It does not have ventilated seats, at least not part of the trim package on this one. But what you'll find is we do have heated seats, automatic temperature control for front driver and front passenger. We have rear heating and air conditioning as well for the back seat folks. They can control their own. We also have front window defrost, rear window defrost with heated outside mirrors. So you put that rear window defrost on, it's going to go ahead and heat up those outside mirrors and get the ice and snow off of those as well. A quick slot here for a USB A, I guess it'd be a USB A. And then down further, we've got our trailer towing. Here's our 360 view. So if we tap that, it's going to go right into that 360 overhead view that everybody thinks is so cool on these. Basically, it's scanning the perimeter of the vehicle to let me know if there's anything around it. Traction control, 4-way or your hazard flashlight flashers there. There's a place here for your smartphone. You can set it in there. The TRD Sport does not come standard with wireless charging for your smartphone. It looks the same as a TRD Pro because that would have wireless charging, but this is not wireless charging. Now, as far as other TRD features, there's a RED TRD badge here, leather wrap shifter, that's part of the TRD Sport package. By the way, the aluminum pedals down there are part of that package as well as this red button. Also, here's our trailer brake gain, so if you need to kind of toggle that on and off, you can do that right there. Further down here, we've got our drive mode selector, so we can select through different drive modes, and I'll show you up here on the gauge cluster what that looks like. So as I kind of toggle through, it gives me a little bit of an animation in terms of what mode I'm in. It's telling me eco, normal, or sport. So there's a visual, so you do not have to look down here to see what mode you're in. Of course, you should feel it in the way the vehicle responds. Here's your tow haul mode for switching between that, and then here's your 2-wheel 4 high and 4 low selector, and you do that just by pushing down and moving the buttons. So no dials to turn, just push the button, move the button. There are 2 cup holders here underneath this kind of gray lid. You can see the 2 cup holders with the tension springs on those for different size mugs. And then as far as the center armrest, I really like how big this thing is. I mean, it looks like it's 2 separate armrests, but really it's 1. So it opens up completely like that. There's a button on both sides. And then underneath here, there's a little storage cubby. And this area right here is a little storage place, but it also opens. So if you need to reach inside here and you don't want to open the whole armrest, you can do that. The armrests themselves have Soft-Tech fabric on here, so they're padded. And then when we pop that open, we've got a really nice big storage compartment. These are for the roof rack up top, so we'll put those over here. Actually, I think these are for the cargo area in the back. We'll see that later. But look at how big this area is. Lots of room. There's an LED light that shines here, and then there's 2 USB ports over here, place for your coins, and then this little bad boy slides out so you can move it around, reposition it. So lots of flexibility there, but really nice big storage area. This is not a locking compartment, so it's not secure. They do offer a safe that you can put in there that is locking if you're, you know, want to leave your purse or your handbook in here, or you practice concealed carry. That's really nice for that. Take a look at the passenger side, passenger seat. Similar to the driver's seat, again, Soft-Tech fabric seats. There is a power sliding moonroof with the manual visor. No panel moonroof on the TRD Sport. And then as far as comfort convenience features, similar to what we see on the driver's side with bottle holders on the doors, pockets over on the doors as well. There is a passenger side airbag up here. And then we have a huge glove box down here. Of course, you get the owner's manuals. And then it is a lock on there as well. So you do have some secure storage up here. Overhead, huge visors with lighted vanity mirrors on both sides. And then your overhead console, on and off light for your dome lights. These are the power switches for your moonroof. Safety Connect, so that's for roadside assistance. So you get 2 years, 25,000 miles of roadside assistance. You need help out on the road, hit that Toyota, will get you the help you need. And then just in front of that is a place for you to store your sunglasses. And then this has that really cool screen for the rearview mirror. So you can go old school, like so, or you can flip it up, and it's using a camera in the back to project it up here. So if you have passengers in the back and you can't see past their heads, or you got a lot of cargo, this little mirror comes in super handy for that. Underneath the mirror, there are 3 garage door openers, so home link system right there, and you're good to go. So you've got old school mirror and new school mirror in one mirror. So really, really cool up front. Lots of features. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat. Here's a quick look from the back seat, looking up toward the front seat, give you kind of the perspective of the rear seat passengers. I'm here behind the driver. Now this driver's seat right now is positioned about halfway back. I was sitting there. So you can see there is a tremendous amount of legroom. I mean, it's probably 6-8 inches of legroom like that. If you bring this all the way back, you're still going to have 4 to 6 inches of legroom. Pockets on the backs of both seats. Cup holders right here on the center console. Here's your heating and air conditioning controls for the back seat, so they can go ahead and crank it to whatever they want. They actually have their own heating and air conditioning, so it's not just vents. A couple of USB ports down here, and then we have that 120 volt 400 watt plug down here, so you can plug in your traditional appliances or those types of things there as well. There's also one of those back in the cargo area. As far as other features go, of course, these seats all fold down 60/40. There is a nice big armrest. Let's see if I can get it out of there. Here we go. Nice big armrest with cup holders right here. 3 seat belts, child safety anchors down here to be able to plug in your child safety seats. There's vents, lights, assist handles, and coat hooks back here. Pockets, just like we saw up front. But generally speaking, I would say this back seat is one of the most spacious of all of the Toyotas. The Sequoia, Tundra, and the Sienna probably are the three spacious in the back, but man, there's a lot of room back here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cargo area. So the rear tailgate on the TRD Sport is power. It does have the kick feature, so you can just kick it to put it up. It comes up nice and high though, gets up out of your way pretty well. I do like the fact that they put speakers in the tailgate as well, because it makes it super nice for tailgating. I wish they would have added some lights back here, maybe next year. So it is a power lift gate. Nice big wide open opening. There's some tie down hooks right at the threshold of the door. It's the first I've seen them this far back. In most vehicles they're a little bit further up. You can see it does have this package shelf here that allows you to put stuff up in double deckers. There's actually 3 levels. You get one shelf. I'll bet you can purchase another one through the parts department. And then down underneath here, under this plastic panel, that's where you're going to find your jack and your toolkit. The spare tire is actually stowed underneath, so you kind of crank it down to the ground. Over on this side is where we've got that 120 volt plug. We have a cargo light down here, and then this one does have the upgraded package that includes the power folding seats, so 40, 60 fold down, and you can drop those down right here. Let's see. Yep, right there. And now that I got it going, it goes automatic. Notice the headrest dropped down by itself, and then I did fold down that seat up front just to show you how much room there is. Over on this side, there's cup holders, another power seat switch, so if you're up front by the door, you can put it up and down. There's a USB port right underneath there. Of course, heating and air conditioning vents back there. And then let's go ahead and bring this one down too. Watch the headrest. Flops by itself. And then over on this side, you can see we do have the power seat switch, cup holders, but no USB on here unless it's on the back side here. Yeah, so it's kind of odd. There's one on the right hand side of the car over on this side, but there's none on the other side. And the back windows all have privacy glass, so you can fold these seats down quite a bit if you're trying to haul cargo and really pack it in. Let's see here. Yeah, so the seats come all the way up to get in and out, makes it easy for the back seat in and out. And then you've got the switch right here that allows you to bring that seat up from the doorway here. So lots of ways to bring those seats up and down, and a tremendous amount of cargo space on the Sequoia. Really a great vehicle inside and out. Hey, by the way, this one is available for sale here today on March 11th, 2024. This particular Sequoia TRD Sport, not spoken for. How did this one slip through the cracks? So let me tell you about it a little bit. This is a hybrid, so the hybrid max engine, TRD Sport, and it's got the TRD Sport package, the SR5 premium package, towing package, heated steering wheel, and the all-weather floor liners. So this one's coming in with a sticker price of $71,263, and it is a beautiful vehicle. So the TRD Sport's going to give you a more firm ride for better handling on road versus the TRD Off-Road or TRD Pro. A little bit more give in that suspension for heavy-duty off-road driving. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. This is Tony talking car biz. Thanks for watching.